open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rodgers going to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch the safety creep. Check.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Clinton Dix there for the stop. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Rodgers now throwing again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
319. Watch the run. Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
3rd and long. It's Rodgers. He's going to fire one. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Colby Listenby. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score 7. Cardinals nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, I'm coming.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
26. Hey, take 26. Hey, wahoo.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You got me right. Don't be scared.
Rodgers now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Snap comes at 1. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Colts have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1st and 10.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
That's what I do.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Kill, 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 kill.
Hatchet.
Yeah. Check 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Colts 14, Cardinals 7.
Come on, set. Take it out low. 54. They can't hang with us.
2nd and 11. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Switch it, come here, switch it. Check 31, check 31. Hey, motion. Bumps up the helmet, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Brought down by Nate Gary.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist.
Switch, switch.
Swing. You got tape.
2nd and 9 now. That went into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check 52.
They'll try the left side. Dyer. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Mike, 50, check 55.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Man, I got you.
Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, pick your game up.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hey, Orbit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nice rhythm fill there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They run the draw play with Mack. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. To throw, it's Rodgers. He completes this one to Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Rodgers going to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, Haywood!
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get it done.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strat.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete on the Hail Mary. It's now 3rd down and 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Let's field it a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it then. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 11-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get that quarterback! And on! Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run it with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw here. And the catch made by Hilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Back one. Mike, check. 59.
Hey, high 7.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun. Rodgers looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Now a carry from Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
26.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right, and Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Right there. 50.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check three. Hey, come on now. Come on. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's been a long day for you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
88. Mike, check, 59.
Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Rodgers going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. On first down, Dyer. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Second and 10. He'll get this one complete to Terry Godwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Check it back, check it back.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On third down, Dyer. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Blue 58.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Indianapolis, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall